Hello all, welcome to my channel. Without wasting any time, let's jump into story.
All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful and, let's be honest, one of the most frustrating ideas out there, the invisible growth that's happening right before our biggest breakthroughs. I mean, you know this feeling, right? You are grinding away, putting in all the hours, giving it everything you've got. And when you look for the results, crickets, nothing. It's a completely universal frustration, and today we're going to unpack why it happens. So our story starts, like a lot of great stories do, with a single decision. We're going to follow someone who decides to get healthy. But here's the key, they're starting in a really tough spot. Think of it as a dry environment, with zero support or encouragement from anyone around them. And yet, even with all that, they make the commitment. They go ahead and plant that first seed of change. You know that feeling, that initial burst of motivation where you just decide, I'm doing this, even when the ground feels like concrete and there's no promise of rain. Okay, so that initial effort, it leads you straight into the hardest part of any new project, what we're calling the wall of silence. This is that brutal period where all your hard work just seems to disappear into a black hole, with absolutely nothing to show for it. And this is where expectation just crashes head-on with reality. After 2 solid weeks of effort, our hero is expecting to see some progress, right? Maybe the numbers on the scale finally move, but the reality? The scale is stubbornly stuck. Their friends are telling them it's a waste of time, and all they feel is tired. Ouch. In a moment like that, every single workout, every good decision, it all feels totally pointless. And that scale, it's not just a number anymore, is it? It feels like it's silently judging you, accusing you of failing. And this, right here, is the moment that most people quit. But then, right at that breaking point, there's a shift in perspective, a crucial realization, and it's captured perfectly in this quote. The real work, the foundational growth, it isn't happening on the surface. It's all happening underground, completely out of sight. So this brings us to a huge decision point. Do you trust the process? This is all about choosing to keep watering that dry, empty-looking ground, just having faith that something important is happening beneath the surface, even when you have zero visible proof. And let's be really clear, this is not just a fitness story. I mean, are you trying to write a book, build a business, learn a new skill? You're absolutely going to hit this wall. This is the silent phase every single creator, builder, and learner has to go through. But for those who stick with it, for the people who keep watering that ground, something incredible happens. You see the first tiny sign of life, the first little green sprout finally pushing its way through the soil. You know, this timeline really just captures the whole emotional journey perfectly. Week 1 is all about that initial effort and hope. Week 2, you're in the pit of doubt and silence. But then, week 3, that's the breakthrough. That's when the invisible finally starts to become visible. So what does that breakthrough even look like? Well, it's almost never what you expect. It's not the number on the scale. It's these small, internal victories. It's suddenly realizing you have more energy all day, or noticing your breathing is easier walking up the stairs, or just feeling a new kind of mental clarity. This is the real progress. And once that first sprout appears, oh man, everything changes. The momentum completely shifts. All of that underground growth, all those strong roots you were building in total silence, finally breaks through the surface for everyone to see. And the result of all that perseverance? Well, months down the line, the transformation is total. This person is unrecognizable, and not just physically, but they're just filled with this new life and energy that makes every single one of those difficult, silent moments totally worth it. So, what can we take away from all this? It really boils down to this simple but incredibly powerful framework. Step 1, you plant the seed, you make the commitment. Step 2, you water the ground, you keep doing the work, especially when it feels pointless. And step 3, you wait for the sprout. You have to trust that the invisible process is working. So, whatever it is you're working on, just remember this. The most critical, most foundational growth is almost always the part that you and everybody else can't see yet. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What are you growing underground right now? What seed have you planted, and what difficult, silent work are you putting in that's getting ready to break right through the surface? Thanks for tuning in,